Hey family, what's good? It's your favorite life and dating coach, Coach Sean, and I'm actually here today to make this video. And I know you guys have not seen me in like a month of Sundays, but I will be doing an update video coming up really soon explaining to you guys exactly why I've been MIA for like a month here on my channel. So be on the lookout for that video coming up really soon. But today we're actually going to be talking about life coaching. I get so many questions, private messages, and DMs from you guys asking me more and more about how I became a coach, what do you charge, all that kind of stuff. So I thought, why not make this video, instead of answering everybody individually, I want a central place that I can always refer people back to that answers as many coaching questions as possible. So I asked you guys on Instagram, what would you like to know about coaching? And I'm gonna be answering some of the questions that you guys wrote me there, all right? So first up, the first question is, how do you start the process of becoming a life coach? It's really up to the individual coach. Now, I will say, I definitely believe that you should get some kind of education, some formal education in coaching, unless you're somebody who's actually been coaching like in the field, real live clients for years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years or whatever. If you've been coaching, I think that experience, to me personally, is worth even more than a certificate. But if you do decide to get your certification, and then you can go through so many different means to do so. They have things as short as a weekend course that may cost a couple $100s, or even courses that cost upwards of $20,000 at some prestigious universities throughout the country. There is one organization that's very well respected in the coaching community, and that is the ICF, which is the International Coaching Federation. I believe it's about $10,000 for their course, but it's a 125-hour course, and it has like a network with all these different coaches and things like that. It's the most respected, and a lot of people try to go to either that particular institute. I believe they've trained over 47,000 coaches, or they'll try to go to a lesser expensive coaching program that may be affiliated with the ICF. Right? The next question is, after getting certified, how do you build your client base? Now, there's several ways for you to do this. Now, back in the day, if you wanted to advertise your business, you had to invest in paying for magazine ads, TV ads, radio ads, and things like that. But now that we're in the age of social media, there are so many free platforms that you can use to really help to get your name out there and to really help to drum up business for yourself. Take advantage of every single social media site: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope, you name it. All of these free platforms are a great opportunity for you to get your face in front of your ideal client. Now, I believe that YouTube is the second most popular search engine in the world. So besides Google, the next thing is YouTube. You want to take advantage of all the millions of people who are searching on YouTube. So you definitely want to, make sure that your content is out there and that it's branded. So I definitely recommend you do that. You can do live webinars. You can also build an email list and be able to drum up business through that. But another great thing that you could do to help to build your client base is to take advantage of sites like Wisdom Hop. Now, this video is in collaboration with Wisdom Hop. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring this video. But Wisdom Hop is another place for you to get paid for coaching, because people on there, you get paid for the advice that you give. So whether you're a business coach, success coach, fitness coach, nutrition coach, life coach, dating coach, relationship coach, no matter what type of coach you are, or whether you're just an expert in some area of your life, whether it be gardening, photography, whether you know how to help somebody rebuild their credit score, no matter what information that you have, no matter what your area of expertise, there is somebody who is willing to pay you for it. And that's what you could do on Wisdom Hop. It's like a knowledge marketplace. So if you're somebody who's an avid learner, or even if you're a casual consultant, you could really take advantage of this platform. I actually have a page on there right now. Go to wisdomhop.com/Life Coach Sean, and you can book me through there. So if you're somebody who's just getting started with coaching and you don't have the money to create a web page, to set up a phone service, you can do all of that through their website. You get paid per minute there. The clients that find you on Wisdom Hop can also book you and schedule you right through their website. So you go there, they're going to give you your own unique telephone number that you can give people for them to call you during your session, and they'll have like a private, secure conference call where you can have your one-on-one session. Like I said, you get paid by minute. Somebody can have a 30-minute session or a 20-minute session. This is for anyone who's trying to make some additional money, whether you're a coach or not, but especially especially if you are a coach. No matter what it is that you have expertise in, you can get paid for that knowledge when you use Wisdom Hop. If you guys want to find out more about them, I'll be sure to link them below. Also, huge shout out to them for sponsoring this video. Alright, so the next question is, how do you find your ideal clients and set prices that reflect your worth and their pockets? Now, the key to being able to do this is to niche down as much as possible. Exactly what kind of coach are you? Are you a dating coach, relationship coach? I recently heard something called a wife coach, which is crazy to me, but yeah, there's wife coaches out there. Are you a nutrition coach, a fitness coach, a health coach, a business coach, a success coach? There's so many different types of coaches that are out there. The more specific you are about the exact kind of coach you are, the easier it is for you to determine your ideal client and to position yourself where the ideal client can find you. If you're really marketing yourself correctly, the clients will seek you out as opposed to you seeking them out. So what you want to do, let's say for example, if you are a dating coach, a Christian dating coach, maybe you can work with different churches in their singles ministry. You can ask to speak to their singles ministry, and when you're done, you can pass out your cards and offer them a discount on one-on-one sessions with you. You can have a little station set up for the books that you've written, if you've written any books. If you are a wellness coach, you can try to work with different yoga studios, because that's kind of in line with what you do. And somebody who's interested in yoga is probably interested in wellness. If you're a women's empowerment coach and your ideal client is young 20-something college women, then you can pair with different colleges like Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Georgia Tech, UGA. I'm in Georgia, so clearly that's the colleges I'm thinking about. But anyway, you can pair with them and be able to host different talks or do like a little college tour all over the country. And when you're done, you can pass out your cards and again, offer them a discount on being able to work with you one-on-one. There's so many different ways. Find exactly what it is that you have that is unique about you as a coach, and then identify exactly what kind of client that you want, and then position yourself where that client will find you. So in this question, she also asked about setting prices that reflect your worth and their pockets. Now, this one is definitely a little bit tricky. And again, this varies from coach to coach. Depending on your experience level, depending on the amount of testimonials that you have, the amount of proven change you've been able to be the catalyst for in people's lives, that determines how much you charge, how much education you have. Just like you know, the more education and experience you have, the more you can charge. People charge as little as like $50 per hour for a coaching session to upwards of $10,000 and $20,000 per hour. It's crazy. You don't even want to know what people like Tony Robbins is charging. It's really amazing. But again, he can afford to charge that because he has all of this proof that his coaching actually is effective and that it genuinely changes lives. So it really depends on you and what you have to offer. Now, if you're somebody who's just getting into coaching, you don't have a whole lot of experience, I recommend that you start coaching for free or you start coaching very inexpensively just to get some experience under your belt and to start getting in some testimonials, some proof that you can show future clients for why they should hire you, proof that you know how to coach. Now, what I suggest that you do when you do determine your pricing is to sell the results and not your time. That's something that I had to learn for myself. Like, oh, I charge X amount of dollars per hour. Nobody cares about that as much as they care about the results. What are you getting in exchange for that time? You're not trading hours for dollars. What result can I give you? What is it worth to you to get out of this situation that's had you stuck all your life? Is that worth this? Or in this session, we're gonna work on getting you through this and this and this and this and this, and here's my price. You wanna sell the results and not your time. So like I said, that's a harder question to answer because like I said, you can charge anywhere between $40 and $50 an hour and $10,000 and $20,000 an hour. But another rule for business is anything is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. So I know there's gonna be people listening to this and saying, I wouldn't pay $10,000 for an hour. I wouldn't pay, but somebody is. So it is worth that. I remember when hubby and I went to see Beyonce and Jay-Z and their concert. We flew to Philly for that. I remember when the tickets came out, they were crazy expensive, like $1,000 and $700. Like it was crazy, crazy, crazy expensive. And people initially were like, I wouldn't pay that. I wouldn't pay that.
Let me tell you, that stadium was packed.
Because anything is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it. It may not have been worth it for you, but a stadium full of people thought $1,000 was not too much to see King B and Jay-Z. So for when it comes to coaching, if you're coaching and you have a price out there, let's say you're charging $100 an hour or whatever, and people aren't paying that, it may not be worth that. And you may have to drop your price a little bit until you can get it up to the point where people can see the value in it. Or add more value to what you're charging. Follow-up sessions and email access and a copy of my book. There's a lot of different things that you can kind of add to it to make it worth it for people. But all of those things determine what you charge as a coach. All right, so this video is a lot longer than I expected it to be, so this is gonna be the last question. How did you decide what type of life coaching that you wanted to do? And I will say, it's something that I didn't pick the idea of doing dating coaching. But when I really thought back about my life, I've been coaching on dating since I was a kid. I remember being 14 years old in the back of the school bus giving dating advice to junior and senior boys on the ride home from school. I've been doing this for years. I've always been the friend that people are telling all their life to. The way my personality is set up, if I'm in line standing next to a woman and we're waiting and it's a long line, by the time we get to the front, she will have told me all her life story. That's how it is. If I'm sitting next to you and we're in a break room or we're in a lobby of a doctor's office, if you're sitting next to me, you will spill your guts by the time they call your name. I've always been somebody who people just have no problem telling me everything. So I have literally been a dating coach for years. And so I started doing videos about it. You guys know I do my strawberry letters. I've done hundreds of relationship videos, and I've written 2 books, 2 Amazon.com best-selling books. It just comes natural to me, and that's what your gift does. Your gift is effortless. I never have to force it. I always have an opinion about love and encouraging people. I'm an eternal optimist. I can always see the bright side in even the hardest situations. This isn't something that I chose. This chose me. And that's the thing about walking in your purpose. It chooses you. And if you're really taking the time to be objective enough to look back on your life, you'll be able to see that you've been doing your purpose all your life. All I did was identify this is something that I've always been doing. It comes easily to me. I love doing it. I'm passionate about it. And it chose me. So anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. Also, a huge thank you to wisdomhop.com for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to be paid for your advice, whether you're a life coach or just an expert in any area, whether it's gardening, photography, YouTube, SEO, how to bring up your credit score, no matter what area of expertise that you have, somebody is willing to pay to learn more about that. Get paid for your information. Get paid for your advice. Make a little extra money on the side if you want to. So like I said, huge thank you to wisdomhop.com for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces honey.